What's up, y'all? My name is Ray. If you're here for the first time, welcome. And to my returning viewers, I am humbled to welcome you back for another video. Today, my friends, we're watching Mirzapur, Season 1, Episode 3, titled Wafadar, and I'm really excited. Before we begin, we're going to take a few minutes to reflect on Episode 2, discuss some of my thoughts as we head into this next installment. Also, guys, I wanted to let you know that I started a Patreon, so if you're interested in full length unedited reactions or early access to my YouTube videos, or if you just want to do something really cool and help out the channel, do check that out. The link will be in the description. All right, episode 2 was a banger. I really enjoyed episode 2. Let's begin by talking about Mr. Pandit, who has quickly established himself as my favorite character in the show, and really just solidified that even further in episode 2. The episode opens with a shot of Mr. Pandit sitting alone in a chair in the dark. And the guy's sitting, alone with his thoughts, alone with his fear and his dread and his helplessness and his guilt and his shame as he awaits news of his sons. He needs them to call him, or he's waiting to find out that they've been killed, or he's waiting for Muna or Makbul or even Colleen himself to show up at the house, right? He's just sitting there helpless, and there's this really ominous sound design to the scene. A real, like, thriller esque kind of sound design. So you're just sitting there with him, with his thoughts, and it's a great scene. He doesn't say anything, he doesn't have to. Really awesome opening that sets the tone for the episode, in my opinion. The next time we see Mr. Pandit, he has snapped, right? He's reached his breaking point. It's been 2 hours. They've been waiting for word, and Gudu and Bablu haven't called. So he's going to charge off to Colleen's house and, find out what's what. Obviously, this is a terrible idea, and the only thing that stops him are the desperate pleas of Vasuda and Dimpy as they, accurately point out there's nothing to be gained by him going, and all you're going to do is put Vasuda and Dimpy in an even worse position than they are already. Now they're worried about all three of you, and they're even more vulnerable than they were before. So, obviously, Mr. Pandit doesn't go. He can't. And the poor guy is just forced to sit there even longer with all that fear and dread. Um, Before we talk about the third time we see Mr. Pandit, we should rewind a little bit and talk about the next opening scene, which is Gudu and Bablu at Colleen's. And this is the meat of the episode, right? This is the scene, man. This is an awesome, awesome scene. Colleen and Muna sit down. Muna's got that sourpuss on his face. He's all bruised to hell. His ego is shattered. And Colleen proceeds to interrogate Gudu and Bablu, although it's not interrogation's not the right word. He's definitely sizing them up and interviewing them, so to speak. And this is a great scene from Colleen. He really carries it. But even in saying that, I have to give massive credit to Gudu and Bablu, who surprised me. Bablu's got some big balls of his own. I was expecting him to be more hesitant than he was. He was very, he was like, "Hey, man, a gun only has one person controlling it, and that's who's holding it." He hits Colleen with that line. Gudu stands up for himself really well, and this is what Colleen was looking for, right? He's sizing them up, and he very quickly and astutely recognizes a hell of a brains and brawn combination in these two, and they both got huge balls, right? So these guys are going to be useful, and Colleen sees that, and we saw that coming, right? Like that's Colleen's that kind of a Dawn, right? He's smart and he knows how to assess opportunity and take advantage of circumstances. And here comes Gudu and Bablu, who are strong. They've got, like a lot of guts and a lot of strength, but they're not stupid and they're respectful at the same time, right? Like, oh my God, when Gudu, so when Colleen says to Gudu, um, you're not always going to be there to protect your dad. What if you're not there the next time Muna goes over? This is a risky, risky thing you're doing, isn't it? And it is, and Colleen's right. But Colleen wasn't doing that as a gotcha. Colleen was doing that as a feeler to see how you would respond, to see how Gudu would respond to that. And Gudu responds perfectly by saying, well, what if the next time Muna comes over, he doesn't come back alive, right? That's risky too, which was exactly the kind of not rude, but strong, and not cowardly response that Colleen um, was perhaps hoping to hear out of Gudu if he was seeing him as a potential employee, which of course he was. He offers them both a job, being, associates of his. And then we get a really cool scene between Gouda and Bablu as they talk about their options, talk about the pros and cons of doing this. As we expect, Gudu is gung ho. He is 100% on board and he wants to do this. And he talks about, what he talked about in episode one, where, what's for us in a middle class life? Nothing. This is a waste of life. We need to chase power and wealth and prestige. That's what life is about. Bablu, as we would expect, was much more hesitant, much more pragmatic. But in the end, he assesses their situation, right? They didn't buy into this. This wasn't their fault. Their dad accepted a case. Their dad is so honorable that he's going to take the case. And I'm not blaming Mr. Panda, but this is what precipitated the events. And now you've been attacked by a very powerful man. And not only did you escaped with your life, which was great, but you also made a very powerful enemy. And you are in a wildly precarious position. And Colleen has just rightfully assessed that position and offered you a very tempting deal that basically saves your asses, um, saves your family, while also very intelligently on Colleen's part, binding them to him. And that's part of what Bablu assesses about the situation. He knows that this is dangerous and that there's risk and that once you get in, you can't get out. Great scene, really cool, shows their affection for one another, shows the balance of their characters. I liked it a lot. The next scene we get with Gudu and Bablu, oh my God. So now they've got guns, which, of course, but Gudu immediately flies off the handle and is like firing the gun all around. And he's, oh man, but, I know they're not toys, but they're so much fun to play with it. You feel like a different person. It's a bit of what we expected out of Gudu, but like dialed up to like 11, right? Like I wasn't expecting him to so quickly buy into the antics, the negative antics of power. Next, of course, is the scene with Gudu and Bablu speaking with Mr. Pandit, and this was a wildly bad idea. This was a terrible move by Gudu and Bablu, both of them. I was really surprised that they essentially tell their father, hey, yeah, we've joined Colleen. Oh, and by the way, we're going to need you to drop that case. So this is where Mr. Pandit really sets himself, he continues to be my favorite character because he responds as we would expect, but he portrays it so well. He does such a good job. He's like, how dare you? How dare you speak to me like this? How dare you bring me the same message that Muna brought last night that almost killed us, that we fought for our lives, and now you return the next day and you have the gall to demand of me the same thing. And he like picks up something off his desk and he almost just wails him with it. And like you could feel it. You could feel his disgust. And he says, no way are you my sons. Like, oh, like he's so disgusted. He's like, get the hell out of here. Which, that's how that was gonna go. We knew that was the case. Now, Bablu, being smart guy that he is, recognizes a potential alternative solution, which is to manipulate the family of the groom into withdrawing the case. Gudu is on board with this, although he takes a very different approach. And we see what Gudu brings to the table as a gangster, right? Like he right away. He's like, dude, I can't wait to kill somebody for my job. And you are going to be the first one. If you just give me even the slightest reason to kill both of you so that the case is withdrawn, I'll do it. Bablu is like, hold on, let's be a little smarter about this, and offers them money. Although he doesn't do this all that well, in my opinion. I think he could have made a much better case. Um, but essentially, you get a good cop, bad cop, them talking to the father of the groom and the uncle. And these guys, they're hurt and they're trying to be strong, and they say, take your money and get out. Well, Gudu hangs Big Dude over the, the railing, and this is where, all right, so Gudu's doing his thing. This was crazy. He's hanging him over the thing, but he's using violence. What I was surprised about in this scene is that Bablu was holding, men, women, and children, this whole family hostage with the gun. This is a big step. This isn't just talking about stuff. This isn't just taking some dirty money. You are really getting your hands dirty when you hold women and children at gunpoint while your brother, dangles someone, on the verge of death. I was surprised that he bit off that big a bite right away. But long story short, it works, and they've essentially, this is their first win for Colleen. It's going to be really interesting to see how Mr. Pandit reacts to this. I think we understand it will not be a good reaction. He is probably not going to accept the case withdrawal that easily. I think he's going to, he's no fool. He's going to recognize that Gudu and Bablu almost certainly had something to do with the case being withdrawn, and he's going to be pissed. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Uh, Mr. Pandit is also the guy I'm most worried about in this show because he is the one who seems to have the most obvious potential fatal flaw, and that is his wealth of integrity, almost honorable to a fault, right? You might say. And so I am worried about him. Who else? Let's talk about Sweetie. Sweetie is becoming a very interesting character. We first see her after being introduced to her sister, who is having some personal reflection time in the library. Very interesting little sister. She's got some attitude, man. She shows it later on, and it's pretty funny. But so Sweetie, we see her interact with Muna, and it's great. She's basically Muna is obsessed with her. We didn't know this. Now we know Muna is obsessed with Sweetie. And Sweetie's just not having it. She's like, I don't like you. Get the hell out of here. This is where the sister is like, oh, should she just have sex with you since you're hitting on her? Because that's all you're interested in, right? Like, it was funny. But this is very interesting. This is an interesting turn of events that Muna is so obsessed with Sweetie because, as we know, Sweetie and Gudu have a bit of a flirty thing going on. So there's real potential for an ugly triangle thing here. Muna already hates Gudu. If he finds out that Gudu and Sweetie are, if they end up going any further, or if he even just finds out that they're as flirty as they are, he's going to lose it. And I think that's real. That's coming at some point. Muna, we could talk about for a minute. He is a little bitch, and he continues to be as such. We see him in the school administrator's office agree to stop being such a thug on campus. But you also get the impression, like when Colleen's trying to give him advice, that it's just bouncing off him, that he's just not hearing it. And so, he's just going to continue to be our real villain. And I hated him every moment of the show so far, except it was really cool the way he killed Homeboy at the end, who was trying to assassinate him. That was really awesome, which brings us to the final, 10 minutes or so of the episode where we meet Rati Shankar finally, the, crime dawn of Jaunpur, who I guess is somehow beholden or was at some point loyal to Colleen, and is now making a play for his own and wants to take over Mirzapur. We meet him, and it's really cool. This guy's got charisma. He's going to be a charismatic, kick-ass villain, antagonist for the rest of this season. I'm willing to bet, at least, and I'm really excited because um, he's funny, he's charismatic, and he's ruthless. They essentially, he tells this guy to recite the Hindi alphabet, and the guy messes up. He's like, EFGHIT or something, and and Rati's like, no, it's Nia. I can't remember what it is, but J. And he's like, well, you could have been saved if you had paid attention in school. Then they waterboard him with gasoline and light his ass on fire, and it's crazy. At the same time, this scene is being split between showing that awesomeness and an assassin going to kill Muna while Muna is, having sex in this brothel. And he kicks in the door and fires like 10 shots, like all indiscriminate style. And Muna throws the throws the girl at him. And when he comes up with the gun, Muna pops 5 in his chest. Right, really badass scene. Coolest thing Muna has done by a mile. And he's like, I can't even fucking peace. It's hilarious. I love it. Yeah, I think that's about it. Rati Shankar is where we leave off in the show, is a split between Colleen, Rati Shankar, and Muna. It's an awesome finale scene. The music kicks in and it cuts to credits. It's real dramatic. I can't wait to get into episode 3. So, without any further delay, let's watch Mirzapur, season 1, episode 3, titled Wafadar. 20 years earlier.
अब तो सुरपंखा भी आ गई। अखंडा बाबूजी कहाँ रह गए?
अरे रति शंकर आते ही
That is him. Oh, wow. It's Colleen and Rati Shankar. Okay. So we're getting some backstory on the two of them being friends. And there's Muna. Okay.
दिख गया फल ले आओ
जो आज्ञा देवी।
अजीत ठाकुर बुलाऊंगे।
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, shit. Oh.
बहुत उछल रहे हो त्रिपाठी, लेकिन तुम ये भूल गए हो कि मिर्जापुर का एक ही बाहुबली है, वो है अजीत ठाकुर।
मिर्जापुर के बाहुबली तो हम बन के ही रहेंगे।
हम यहाँ फैमिली के साथ हैं और अजीत ठाकुर हम पर अटैक करवा रहे हैं। मादरचोद!
मिर्जापुर अब ठाकुरों का नहीं, त्रिपाठियों का होगा।
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. So we got to see Bauji as a younger man as well. That was very cool.
कितना समय और लगेगा?
2 घंटे और लगेंगे ठाकुर साहब।
Oh shit! Woo! Oh! Damn!
खंडा, रतिशंकर, चलो। उधार चढ़ा दिया हम पर अजीत ठाकुर।
Damn.
परिवार था हमारे साथ, तब लड़के भेजे आपने। हम तो बस सेटल कर रहे हैं।
Wow. Gross. Awesome. Damn. That's fucking gnarly. Oh, shit. Yep, Baoji's taking over.
अजीत ठाकुर अब नहीं रहे। ये रहा प्रूफ। मिर्जापुर अब हमारा है। हम सत्यानंद त्रिपाठी, मिर्जापुर के नए बाहुबली। हमारे दो उत्तराधिकारी होंगे, अखंडानंद त्रिपाठी और मुन्ना त्रिपाठी।
Ah, here's the...
ये है रति शंकर शुक्ला, हमारे फैमिली मेंबर जैसे, हमारे वफादार।
Oh, he doesn't like this. Yeah, oh boy.
सत्यानंद त्रिपाठी, सत्यानंद त्रिपाठी, सत्यानंद त्रिपाठी, सत्यानंद त्रिपाठी।
Oh wow, very cool. Oh, very cool. Very cool transition. Very cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So I'm curious if this feud with Rati Shankar escalates right away into a full-blown gang war, or if it stays kind of a little bit more subtle attack, counterattack. Really curious. I like that we saw Baoji 20 years younger. We saw what a badass he was too. That was very cool. I love the opening, man. I'm starting to really get attached to the opening. Oh, nice. We're going back. Oh. Wow.
इससे अच्छा तो आप गोली मार दिए होते।
लो
Tim! Nice shot.
तो डिसीजन फाइनल कर लिए हो तुम शरद। यहाँ जौनपुर में आके व्यापार नहीं संभालोगे।
हमको आपका ये व्यापार नहीं संभालना है।
This is his son.
एक बार बीटेक का फाइनल ईयर हो जाए तो एमटेक ट्राई करेंगे हम।
That's tough. That's tough. You want him to follow your family business, but you likely know this is what's best for him.
हमको मिर्जापुर चाहिए शरद।
जौनपुर है तो आपके पास, उसी को संभालिए।
Apparently no.
और पापा, अब इस घाव को भूल जाइए।
कैसे भूल जाएं?
अरे इसी से तो याददाश्त तेज रहती है हमारी। भेजे थे लड़का मुन्ना को निपटाने, फेलियर हो गए भौंस।
आप सिपाही के पीछे लगे, लेकिन शतरंज राजा को मार के जीती जाती, और वो भी उसकी बिसात पे नहीं। इंतजार कीजिए जब अखंडानंद मिर्जापुर में नहीं, किसी न्यूट्रल ग्राउंड पे हो। आसान होगा।
नमस्ते भैया जी।
आ जाओ राज राजेश्वर।
क्या भैया जी, राजा नाम है हमारा।
गाड़ी तैयार है?
जी भैया जी। भैया जी, भाभी क्या बनाना है?
So I knew his name was Akananand, but I didn't realize that Colleen meant carpet. And somebody explained that in the comments. Very cool. Thank you for that. Wow, riding with. Move up quick. Love the music here. Very cool.
भैया जी, इतना सारा लोहा आता कहाँ से? ट्रक के स्टीयरिंग व्हील के पाइप से बनते हैं कट्टे। चीप एंड बेस्ट। क्वालिटी कंट्रोलर हो उपाध्याय, फटने नहीं चाहिए। जी भैया जी।
Right, get that shit under control.
ये सब तैयार हो गया माल, दिखाओ इनको।
और ये बुलेट्स कहाँ से आती हैं?
कई जरिए हैं, जिसकी जितनी औकात उसके उतने जरिए। और खोखे कितने बरामद हुए?
सब 35।
बाकी
बुलेट्स का क्या है ना, प्रिंटर के कार्टेज जैसी है। ओरिजिनल भी खरीद सकते हैं और पुरानी में रिफिल भी करा सकते हैं। प्रिंटर तो काम दोनों सिचुएशन में करेगा।
In theory, yeah.
ये खाली खोखे लिए, इनमें बारूद भरा और जाम कर दिए।
It's the most dialogue we've had from Makbul. That's very cool. Bablu's taken to it also.
माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी कैसे हैं जेपी यादव जी?
भैया ठीक है। चुनाव सर पे हैं तो उसी में व्यस्त हैं। इस बार मिर्जापुर में विरोधी पैसा बहा रहा है, फाइट देगा।
नहीं, इस बार तो पूर्ण बहुमत है।
लोग कहते हैं राजनेता हरामी होते हैं। हरामी तो साली जनता होती है, जो पैसा फेंके उसके साथ जाके सो जाती है। क्या समझे?
समझ रहे हैं।
समझ रहे हो तो फंड्स किधर हैं त्रिपाठी? पूर्वांचल की गद्दी है ये मिर्जापुर, जिस पर राज कर रहे हो तुम। और ये तुम्हारी इसलिए है क्योंकि सीएम भैया और हम तुम्हारे सर पे हाथ रखे। जिस दिन हाथ खींच लिए सर नंगा हो जाएगा तुम्हारा।
Little extortion.
हम करते हैं प्रबंध, आप चिंता मत करिए।
हमें काहे चिंता होगी त्रिपाठी, बहुत व्यापारी हैं यूपी में।
Very,
सीएम एके हैं।
yeah, not so subtle threat.
रति शंकर शुक्ला हमारे टच में है।
Wow.
कर्टसी कॉल था। नहीं तुमसे मतलब तो नहीं, पर सोचा बता दे।
Well done.
बोल, लाला से मीटिंग फिक्स करवाओ।
Lala's the one who sent the hash.
काली नेल पॉलिश।
छी, नेल पॉलिश ना हम अपने लिए लगा रहे हैं, चीज लड़कों के लिए नहीं की जाती।
Sweetie and her sister again. Oh, why is Sweetie packing heat?
चलेगी सैलेड।
Oh, no.
अरे नहीं देखनी है।
I can't. No, you cannot point a gun at me.
एक बात पूछे गोलू, गुड्डू के साथ बात आगे बढ़ाएं क्या?
अब हम ही मिले हैं ये लव एडवाइस देने के लिए, कभी बॉयफ्रेंड तो बनाया नहीं है।
तो काहे नहीं बनाई हो? क्या करोगी सिर्फ किताबें पढ़ के? एक बार शादी हो गई तो ये सब एक्सपीरियंस थोड़ी कर पाओगी।
दीदी आप कर रही है ना, काफी जा रहे हैं।
ना हमारा नेपाल बॉर्डर न्यूट्रल जगह ठीक रहता है।
Neutral ground.
लाला, रेशम की क्वांटिटी थोड़ी ज्यादा चाहिए हमको।
मुन्ना नहीं आए, आपकी तरफ से तो हर दफे वही आ करते हैं।
हाँ, वो तबीयत डाउन है थोड़ी।
Don't trust him to handle this kind of business anymore.
इलेक्शन सर पे है, पैसों का थोड़ा प्रेशर है इसलिए।
भाई त्रिपाठी जी आप तो समझते हैं, रेशम हीरे के जैसा है, सप्लाई कंट्रोल करने से ही दाम कंट्रोल होता है। भाई आपसे हमारे पुराने रिश्ते हैं।
For a little more money.
देख लेंगे।
लाओ बेटा बिल दो।
ना, ये हमारी बेटी के लिए है। अब हम इजाजत चाहेंगे।
प्रिकॉशन अच्छी चीज है लाला।
Wow.
अगर तुम हमारी शादी में नहीं आई ना तो देख लेना। तो शादी नहीं करोगी? नहीं करेंगे हम शादी।
सलाम बब्बू।
हाँ सलाम। हाँ भाई पूरा बाजार ही खरीद लाई हो।
ये हमारी सहेली है डिम्पी।
नमस्ते।
नमस्ते।
मिर्जापुर में रहती है। हमने इन्हें रिक्वेस्ट किया तो बस पकड़ के आ गए आजमगढ़।
बहुत खूब। बेटी ये तुम्हारा रोगन जोश।
शुक्रिया।
Dimpy making dangerous friends. That's a dangerous friend for Dimpy to have.
इज्जत करते हैं लोग आपकी, मिर्जापुर में ही नहीं पूरे पूर्वांचल में।
अरे मकबूल इज्जत नहीं करते हैं, डरते हैं सब। और डर की यही दिक्कत है कि कभी भी खत्म हो सकता है।
That's right. Fear is a precarious motivator. It'll work, but it's hard to sustain. Ooh, neutral ground. They're making a move. Oh shit, they're making a move.
भैया जी बहुत दिनों बाद दर्शन दिए।
जब इधर से गुजरते हैं तो जरूर आ जाते हैं आपके यहाँ। लस्सी पिलाओ।
Come on, Magbool. You gotta spot him. Yeah, Colleen's too smart. Magbool, come on, notice. Oh, shit. God damn. Woo. God damn.
मकबूल, भोसड़ी वालों को जिंदा पकड़ना है। पकड़ मार।
Nice. Madachut. God damn. Wow, that was fucking crazy. Yeah.
नाम नाम बता दिया तो वो मार देंगे।
What do you think I'm gonna do? Shoot the guy saying no. There you go.
वैसे तो साथ में नॉर्मली फोटो भी देते हैं, लेकिन कालीन भैया को हम दोनों फेस से जानते थे तो।
मकबूल, हम चलते हैं।
जी भैया जी। छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं हमारे।
दुआ देंगे तुम्हारे बच्चे हमको, अगर हम तुम्हें अभी उड़ा दें। सबसे चूतिया कौम होती है बाप।
Damn.
हमको गोली मत मारिएगा, हम किसी के बाप नहीं है।
हम गोली नहीं मारेंगे।
Damn. Wow. Make an example. Send a message. Damn. Damn. Nice. Went to Jaunpur and hung him. Rati Shankar, perhaps? Hey, man. Play with fire. You wanted a war. That's what you're gonna get.
लग रहा है रति शंकर का दिमाग टनटना रहा है। अभी तक गीदड़ की तरह छोटे मोटे हमले करवा रहे थे, पर अब मुन्ना पर, उसके बाद हमारे ऊपर।
हम कह तो रहे हैं कि जाके ठोक देते हैं रति शंकर शुक्ला को।
मुन्ना तुम शांत रहो।
क्यों रहे शांत?
चुप रहो एकदम। बेटा अभी रति शंकर प्रिपेयर्ड होंगे कि हम रिएक्ट करेंगे। सही टाइम देख के हम डील कर लेंगे। अगली बैठक में बात उठाते हैं बाबूजी गद्दी पर। और हाँ, वो गुड्डू बबलू को तुम अपना गन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम समझा देना, बाकी हम देख लेंगे।
काम अधूरा नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए था।
We going back in time again? Yep.
जख्म बहुत गहरा है, आराम से लेटे रहो।
नमस्ते बाबूजी।
क्या हुआ रति शंकर? नर्वस लग रहे हो?
वफादार।
Uh-oh.
अरे कुत्ता समझा जो वफादार है।
Oh shit. Damn. God damn. Nice. 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 God damn. Oh shit. Oh. Fuck. Oh. Fuck.
अखंडा।
Oh, you definitely should have killed him.
रीढ़ की हड्डी में गोली लगी है उनको, शायद वो चल नहीं पाएंगे।
जी बाबूजी।
तुम्हारी अम्मी की तबीयत कैसी है?
अस्पताल में है बाबूजी, ठीक हो जाएंगी। मकबूल खान हमेशा आपका वफादार रहेगा बाबूजी।
रति शंकर को लेकर आओ। रति, वफादारी गाली नहीं, जौनपुर देते हैं तुम्हें। मिर्जापुर की तरफ आंख उठा करके भी मत देखना। अखंडा, इसको छोड़ो।
भाई थे हम रति शंकर।
नहीं तेरे अखंडा।
और सबसे ज्यादा कोई जानता है ना, तो वो है बाबूजी।
बाबूजी का नाम मत लो तुम।
Damn.
ये तुमको याद दिलाएगा कि तुम मिर्जापुर से कुत्ता की तरह बाहर निकाले गए थे।
आ गए भैया जी।
मुन्ना आ गए?
अंदर है भैया जी। ये हैं हम, त्रिपाठी फैमिली। हम लोग गन बनाते भी हैं और उसे कंट्रोल भी करते हैं। ये हैं कबूतर, जो हमसे गन लेते हैं और फिर उसे आगे बेचते हैं। और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, कस्टमर। और ये सारे नेटवर्क को हेड कौन करता है? मुन्ना त्रिपाठी।
अगर कट्टे से किसी को ठोक दिए तो कट्टा ट्रेस नहीं होता क्या? और मान लीजिए कल को अगर पकड़े गए तो?
देसी कट्टे का कोई नंबर नहीं होता।
और वैसे भी कट्टा सिर्फ ठोकने के लिए थोड़ा ना यूज होता है, डराने के लिए भी तो यूज होता है। जैसे इलेक्शन में, या फिर मजे मजे में ऐसा हवाई फायर करने में।
जैसे आपकी तो उस दिन शादी में।
ये कट्टों का व्यापार बढ़ाने के लिए ही ज्वाइन कराए हैं तुम लोगों को। बढ़ाओ इससे, बुद्धि से चाहे बल से। फ्री हैंड दे रहे हैं।
Colleen's so smart, man.
हो पाएगा?
हो पाएगा जी।
I love that Colleen recognizes them for the, great combination of characteristics that they represent. Of course he does,
आइए मुन्ना भैया, आज हमारे कमरे में आइए।
What is this?
पापा को लगता है हम चूतियां हैं,
You are a dickhead.
व्यापार नहीं संभाल सकते।
You can't handle the business.
ये बिल्कुल चूतिया नहीं है।
Yes, he
हम
is.
तो एकदम स्वर हैं कि आप व्यापार संभाल सकते हैं।
No,
और
he
अच्छे से
can't. Wrong.
बूढ़े हो रहे हैं आपके पापा। हम तजुर्बे से कह रहे हैं, देर सबेर सत्ता आप ही को मिलेगी। आप बस प्रिपेयर्ड रहिए मुन्ना भैया, जब टाइम आवे।
आप हमें मुन्ना भैया काहे कहती हैं? मुन्ना कहिए। आपका हमारा रिश्ता भी तो कुछ
ठीक है, मुन्ना कह देते हैं, मुन्ना। लेकिन आप रिश्ते के चक्कर में हमें माँ मत कह दीजिएगा। कैसा महक रहा है? यहाँ भी लगा।
भैया जी
Jesus.
इनके 8 ट्रक निकलवा दिए।
ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया।
भैया जी
What?
एक और चीज थी।
हाँ।
हमारे यहाँ लड़की हुई है भैया जी, आपका आशीर्वाद लेने आए हैं।
क्या नाम रखी है?
भैया जी बहुरानी के नाम पे रखे हैं, बीना।
Bina. Okay. I was struggling with her name. Bina. Oh my goodness. Really?
इतना देर तो कभी नहीं कर पाते कालीन भैया।
Oh my God. Holy shit, dude. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Well, that was Muna, right? Right? They didn't show his face. That's not Bablu, is it? Oh, that's gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to rewatch that ending and see if I can nail down who that is. They want you to think it's Muna. That's the obvious, right? But we also saw her exchange looks with Bablu in episode 2, so there's that possibility. There's also the possibility that it's just some random guy, but that would be too risky. Yeah, it's either Muna or Bablu. Overall, I loved the episode. This was a lot of fun. We saw some flashbacks, which were really cool and really violent, like really fucking cool, man. Seeing Bauji at a young age, putting in work like that, seeing Makbul, seeing, seeing Colleen, seeing Rati Shankar, seeing even a young Muna was pretty neat. Awesome scenes. We're seeing the really big escalation of hostilities between Rati Shankar and Colleen, and we see how far back that goes, which is really interesting stuff. I'm going to save most of my summary and thoughts for the beginning of episode 4 when we get to that. I found that if I go too long here in the outros, I end up just kind of repeating myself, and I do a better job of articulating myself in the pre-episode chats when I've had a chance to review the episode and edit it. I'm going to come into episode 4 with a lot to say. This was a great episode. I like seeing Gudu and Bablu settle into the business, and we find where Colleen feels appropriate to apply their talents. I think that's really cool. There's a lot to discuss. I'm really looking forward to getting into episode 4 and to spending some time talking about episode 3. Thank you guys for being here. Check out the Patreon if you want. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. It's really cool. You'll make my day. And thanks again for being here. I hope I see y'all again soon. Peace out.